Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk About Meh podcast. I am your host, David Hobbs, continuing the now over a year-long journey of my midlife crisis, becoming a podcaster and doing the YouTube bullshit. As you can see, first ever returning guest, which is Richard Johns. I never have to say your last name.
Never have.
I literally had a brain fart there. I literally Richard. Richard Johns, otherwise known as the Jackdaw. So yeah, first returning guest, and I did say I would get you back on. So I've managed to successfully do that before Christmas.
Done well.
Before Christmas. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna get a red if I don't. There you go. Look, so my wife demanded that I do the podcast wearing this, and I can tell you right now, this is not going to last long.
You're going to get quite hot in that.
It is very, very hot, and it's not breathable at all. So, Richard, how are you doing?
Very well, mate. Very well. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me back on. We're a year in as well with me.
You're going to have to... You're going to be out in front of you, boy. There you go.
Oh.
You got to talk into the mic. You turned away straight away.
Because you're over there.
What? Bring it in closer.
Yeah, so that's me a year in. Training and actually shows.
Yeah, because we didn't realise we were talking. I think it was me and Dunbar were mentioning that it was possibly like the last Monster Mash just passed was technically your debut.
It was, yeah.
So it was a year you've been performing live.
Yeah,
that's mental.
Yeah,
that's mental because I've done nothing this year but moan about how long the first half of the year was.
Oh, you put it like that, it's gone really quick, man.
It was so long. And it all felt like double. And then see, since it hit August, whoosh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't, no. So a year since you debuted. So I suppose we'll start the podcast there. How's your first year been doing live shows?
It's been fun. It's been hard work, obviously, but I've definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, it's
that's an endorsement right there. Yeah, it's been all right.
No, not all right. It's immense fun. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm enjoying discovering, I guess, who I am in ring and what I can and can't do.
You can do more than me.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no. Now, come on. To be fair, and I think everyone in the group would say the same thing. You are probably one of the more agile ones of us.
I like to jump and flip.
You do a lot of jumping.
I like jumping.
I've managed to cut you down on your lines.
Yeah.
That's all you ever want to do was close lines.
Ban me from lining.
I didn't come on, I didn't ban you from lines. I just cut you down on them, close lines. But you've now, so you were, last time we spoke to you were about to work with Dunbar.
That was going to be that was my official debut match, yeah.
That was your first match, so that was in January?
That was in the January one, yeah.
God, it seems so long ago. Sorry, bourbon professional. It seems so long ago now, though. So, how was your experience working with Dunbar, since we're carrying on from where we were last time?
It was everything I hoped it would be, that's for sure. Obviously, Glenn Dunbar is a great person to ease your confidence and also put you in the deep end. I think he definitely had my back in that match, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, like, my nerves dispersed pretty much the moment we started, I think. As I did build it up in my head quite a lot before we went out, naturally. You
build things up in your head before you walk out?
No idea what you're talking about.
You're cool as a cucumber usually beforehand.
But my match itself, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite hard, he does.
Snug. The word you're looking for is snug.
Yeah. But
it's snug.
I think it was great. And I don't think I could have wished for a better first match. I think.
Yeah, and you know what? He's probably going to be watching this, going, "Shut up, shut up, shut up," because he's extremely humble, or maybe he just pretends he's extremely humble. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's all just an elaborate act, if it's part of the game. But Jenny just worked Dunbar at the last show, the last Survivor, which I've yet to do a video for yet. I just haven't had time. And Jenny said to me last night, which by the way, I didn't know how to take this. She goes, "That's the best match I've ever had," and I kind of went,
Ow.
I was like, Jenny, you've worked me, and she's like, "Yeah, that was the best match I ever had with Dunbar." I was like, and then, do you know what? I just turned around and I went, "Well, I'm gonna have to get booked against you next year and up the game then."
I think Dunbar's got a way to help people that are incredibly new actually not feel like they're an outsider playing at it, and I think he was very good at actually like encouraging both me and Jenny. I saw very similar things actually in Jenny's match to my match with are we allowed to call him Mikey, or do we have to call him Dunbar? We call him Dunbar.
I just call him Dunbar,
Yeah.
because he's Daddy Dunbar.
But I think the way he looks after you in the ring and his patience as well, I've got to say, his patience with me, I think, has been fantastic.
I honestly think like Dunbar's patience is freakishly infinite, because a lot of the time, and over the years, he knows that like I'm getting riled up backstage, but he's even now to the point where he's preemptive, because I'm a lot calmer than I used to be. I don't get as stressed as I used to get at shows and things like that. But he's very still preemptive with me, and he'll be like, "Just let go, Dev. Just let go." I'm like, "I'm fine, honestly," and I'm being legit. I'm like, "I'm fine. There is no issue here." He's like, "Just let it go, Dave," and I'm like, "I'm fine." But I've seen like situations where, oh, I'd cuss a motherfucker out, like, and he's just. I mean, I've seen Dunbar stressed. Don't get me wrong. There's been times when there'll be a situation, and then everyone will disappear, and he's like, believe it or not, he does get angry. He's not a calm, collected Dunbar all the time, but yeah, he is so patient, and I've never said it to him, but he's kind of like Batman in a way. I didn't say thank you. He'll never have to. He's kind of got that vibe about him, but he's done so well, and I really appreciate how he takes a lot of folk like yourself, who it's their first match, and he works through it, because that's hard.
I bet. Yeah.
I mean, usually, I think you were one of the first out of tradition, because normally anyone that's coming from my school works me first live,
Right.
and just the way it worked out, you were booked against them, and I find it, on one hand, easy to work with one of my trainees and debuting them, because I know everything they do, I know what they want from it, I know what they want from their character. But the bit that's difficult is I'm not going to get a wrestling match out of it,
Yeah.
because it's not somebody that's excuse my Billy Big Balls here, it's not somebody that's at my level. You're not going to get that, just fucking about. You're not going to get those little surprises of like doing things off the cuff.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, he definitely threw some things in there that we weren't expecting.
Have I ever told you about the story when I worked him at the tournament? I think it was the first time I ever properly worked Dunbar. Did I ever tell you that story?
I don't know. I feel like you have.
Right. I'll tell it again.
Yeah, you may as well.
Tell
It
it
seems though these guys haven't heard.
Buckle up, Buttercup. So it was Pride of the Highlands in Wick, and it was a tournament. So that used to be we did the tournament a long, long time ago, and I won my first match. So I had to sell in the second one that I was hurt from it, because I got through. And Dunbar was heel that show, and he comes up to me and he says, "We'll not overplan it, because there's no point. There's no point in making it too complicated." I was like, "Thanks, that's great," because I was going further into the tournament, into the final match, so there's no point in giving me a hard time. And he says to me, I quote, "Just do whatever." He goes, "And the finish will be when I put you in the middle of the ring and I do a running elbow move." That's all I knew, right? All I knew. I have not worked this man before. Barely planned the match out. So I'm just like, that's cool, right? It's fine. Just fucking wing this shit. He goes out first. I hear the boos, right? My music hits. I'm selling it. I'm hurt. I come out. I get maybe 3 steps away from the entranceway. And out of fucking nowhere, a dump truck hits me from behind.
Oh.
Right? I didn't know he was going to do that. He attacked me during my entrance. From behind, I might add, right? And then when I looked back at the footage, we used to have pop-up banners either side of the entrance. This motherfucker came out, didn't do his whole entrance. He went behind the pop-up banner and hid in full, like, pantomime villain, looking at a crowd going, shh, don't say it, don't say it. And not a fucker said anything to me. No one in that crowd said, look out behind you. No, right? So I wasn't ready, and I got bashed, and I was like, oh, holy shit, right, okay, right, that'll be Mikey, I hope.
I hope, yeah.
Right? Beats me up. We do a bit of work. I fight back. He keeps cutting me off. He calls a couple of things. We go in the ring. Simple stuff. He batters me here, batters me there. Come back a bit more. He keeps telling me to fight back. Cuts me off again. Now, I hit the floor. Okay? And I'm like, well, it's probably about time now. So I kind of like rolled in the middle. Right? I kid you not. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he goes like this. And I'm like, right, here comes the elbow. Because he looks like he's geeing up for the elbow. No, he then walks into the middle of the ring, picks me back up and throws me back in the corner, right? Woof, 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 woof. Takes me out in the middle, scoop slam. I'm back in the middle of the ring, I'm thinking, here comes the elbow. No, he picks me up again.
Playing with you.
And he just basically extended like this quick thing into a whole match. And was calling everything on the fly. And at first I was like, oh, Jesus. And I'm not joking. See, like, I've lost the footage now, but you can see there's the amount of times that I crawl back to the middle just to get to, like, because I've got it in my head.
Elbow.
And he keeps picking me up or he keeps doing something different. And then at one point he had me in the middle and I thought, this must definitely be the elbow this time. No, he grabs my legs and then he starts working my legs. But he's brilliant at doing that. I never felt like unsafe. That's the thing with Dunbar. You always feel really safe. And he pushed me past the comfort zone that night. And it was a lot of that then stemmed into the matches I later had with Wishock, where he did the same thing, where nothing was called other than the finish.
Mm.
And that really gave me the platform to start not worrying about how much of my matches were planned. But yeah, the fact that he puts so much work into the people he works with is a huge thing. That was a hell of a rant, sorry. But yeah, we just need to do a separate podcast show where we just Dunbar appreciation show constantly until he's the only person calling in complaining, going, stop it, stop it.
No, I don't think he'd take it well.
So Dunbar was your first live match. And then it was a tag match. And then it was another tag. So we have 6 matches a year. So you had Dunbar. Then you had, was it you and Jenny against Mr. E?
Not against Mr. No, it was. So you had.
Oh no, it was Mr. E and you against
versus
Remnant and Harbinger.
Harbinger and Remnant.
Okay, so you had that one, and then your third match was.
God, crikey!
You've only had 6.
I know.
Who's your third?
So the one before was me with Lad Chapman. And the one before that was. What singles matches have I had?
I don't know. I haven't been booking this year, so I don't know. Did you work Lad?
I was tag partner with Lad.
You were partnered with Lad?
Yeah, that was in. That was.
Oh, that was only like 2 shows ago, wasn't it? I just had to go at you for not remembering, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, that was 2 shows ago. That feels like ages
It does feel
ago.
like ages ago.
It was August, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been August. Cash is King show. Because in October was. No, it was October.
It was October because it was the.
Yeah, it was Monster Mash. Yeah, August. It was August. I was working Kai. Ah, that's terrible. Terrible. I can't remember these things. I have an excuse though. I have many hits to the head. What's your excuse?
So obviously I've been up against
I'm gonna have to like fast forward the edit on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a long day. I'm very tired.
You have work today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been up against you. As
Actually, yes. Oh yeah, we had a one-on-one.
I'm trying to think if it was one or another tag. No, it was another tag.
No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. I don't know. I know I've worked you this year. I've definitely worked you this year. Oh god, that's terrible. Just two.
I've got major fog today. Major
Yeah.
fog.
I'm gonna have to go and check the records on that. But yeah, so you've had your first year, and then on top of that,
Cheating look on there.
I didn't actually realize though that by the time I've got you back on here, it's been about a year since you were on the podcast here.
Yes. Yeah, I was a couple of weeks away from my match with Dunbar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was preparing for it.
Was it? Yeah. So that was in January, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think it was December last time I may have done the podcast with you.
Yeah, I think so.
So Ricky was the first, you were the second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah. But so there is actually a topic that.
I've tagged with Jenny as well.
So you have.
Yeah.
I like battering Jenny. Jenny's fun to beat up. Now
She's getting harder to beat up now, mind.
You want to talk about someone that hits hard,
yeah.
right? Dunbar and Jenny are getting on the same level. Jenny's got some kapow on those forearms. In fact, even Dunbar came after working Jenny and was like, she hits hard. I was like, yeah, she's there. So that's the highest of praise if Dunbar's saying, "Oh, yeah, they're snug." That was going on that as well. At the last show, Jenny worked Dunbar, and I was so nervous for Jenny. So nervous. Yeah, that's the most nervous I've seen her.
Yeah.
She was white before she went out. And I was honestly, it's been a long time since I've been that bad. I couldn't watch a match on the monitor. I was that nervous. I stayed away, and then I heard everyone was like, "Ooh, God," and I was like slowly gravitating towards the monitor, and then I watched a little bit. I think I caught like the end sort of quarter of it, and I was just, this is so good. And then when we watched the footage back on review night, I was so happy that it went that well, and
that was a good one. Yeah,
I was really good, and a good confidence boost to keep progressively getting better.
Yeah.
There was something I said on my last podcast with Brody Adler, which you should go check out on the YouTubes, by the way. Go check it out. Do it. And there was something that we were joking about and saying, but I do genuinely think it's a true saying with wrestling, is if you have a good match, right, your goal is to be a little bit less shitter than you were last time. If you could just be a little less shitter.
That's what I try to do every time.
And I think that's actually a good way to stay humble. If I could just be a little bit less shit, instead of like, oh, I was awesome, how can I be more awesome? No, just be a little less shit.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's definitely the plan.
And there has been a huge improvement throughout the year as well. Your movement is night and day. I think actually you should go back and check. Have a look at your old match and see physically how you've come on with.
Yeah.
I think your positioning's a lot better. I think you've lost your bounce. You used to like
nervous
yeah,
bounces.
you used to do this like all the time.
Yeah.
And then even before you would do a move, it'd be 1, 2, 3, off you go. And then
Lane keeps telling me about watching my hands as well.
Yes,
you do. My hands
now, you can do that if you're a heel because it's
yeah, but it doesn't quite work. I just like, what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with my hands.
You ever seen the viral clip? I think it might be Ben Bishop. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Probably wrong. But there was a viral thing where it was like telling you how to do a promo, how wrestlers do a promo.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was just stand there menacingly. If you've got nothing to say, stand in the background and just do that. And you see when you watch all the old 90s promos, all the heels just stand there.
Well, I'm not even the heels. You see even the faces doing it in the old 80s, 90s stuff. So I think that was originally my idea with doing this. And then it kind of just ended up being like, I don't know, some kind of weird, I don't know what the hell to do with my hands thing. And I don't know, it's very obvious. So I'm learning to be a little bit more aware of all that sort of stuff. And my inability to stand still in the ring when I'm waiting and all that sort of things. I hate just standing still. You'll notice in training, I pace round the ring. If I'm not in the ring doing something, I will be moving around the ring. Well, not so much now in this new place.
Well, yeah, it's a smaller place for it.
Yeah, but I do have a trouble with standing still. But I think I'm getting better at it.
You don't have so there. It's quite common where new trainees they have like sea legs or jumpy legs, and the adrenaline's got to go somewhere. So a lot of the time they just start doing this with their legs, and because obviously the ring flexes a bit, it starts to go boing 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 boing.
Yeah.
There's been a few folk like that. I don't think you ever had that. You weren't
No,
that
I'll tell
bad.
you what I do to avoid that is I do a lot of bouncing out the back before I come out. I do a lot of bouncing. I'm right up on me.
I don't think. What was my adrenaline like? Like when I used to first go out, I just panicked. It was just pure panic the whole time. But I think because the tism, I could mask it. So I was just had a cover on, but inside internally, I was just like, "Ah." And I still have moments like that. Like if I've got a match, like in the MASH, where I was having the issues with the vertigo
Yeah.
and almost like fainting. Like I went out, no one in the crowd knew, but inside I was like, "Ah, help me!" I was awful. It was so bad, and I think the only other time I've had that recently is when my back went, and I had to come back out and do this whole
Yeah.
thing, and my back had completely gone, and nobody would have guessed. Because about 30 seconds before I went through the curtain, I was lying on the ground and couldn't move, and then I had to get up and went out, and it was fine. Did the whole bit, moved around, not an issue. Got backstage, boom, ah. But that's now been three, I'll get 2.5 because after Kai, and it did go a wee bit, but that's now been 2 shows and nothing's happened. There's been no pain, nothing.
Touch wood.
It's a lot of rehab. I've been rehabbing at home a lot. It's like I need to get back on it because I was kind of lacking a bit. But I mean, I was moving pretty good in training last night. I did have a moment where you can see on some of the footage, I was doing the drill, and see when I get out, you can see me in the background going back into line doing this little ha 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 because I was like, I'm moving really good today and nothing's hurting. So, and I've been in bad shape for a bit. This year's been the worst. This year's been bad. Like how many times have I been on the floor backstage?
Yeah, a good few. Yeah.
And I was very close to packing it in because I was just like, I can't deal with pain anymore. And then this last show in particular, the last Survivor, I got a lot of my confidence back, and it wasn't from working, like physically wrestling. Like I had fun planning that, and then Danger helped as well a wee bit with the skeleton of it when we did it in training.
Yeah.
But a lot of the spots in it, bar the finish at the stunner, was spots that I came up with, and I'm not saying that to take credit. I don't often say that. To be fair, I never sort of come forward and say, I came up with ideas. But the fact that like I went backstage and like Fulton was like, "Oh, it was brilliant that match," and then Mikey loved it as well, and I was getting so many good comments about how good the match was, and I was like, I actually wrote a good match because I felt so disappointed with the 2 tags I was in with you. Not that it was anything to do with your fault. I just felt like I didn't structure them well enough. I really struggled to get a good flow with it, and that really kind of like put my confidence back up.
Yeah.
And it was a good way to end the year. Good way to end it. So I was going to say, sorry, we keep getting sidetracked with the wrestling, and that's
what we do, unfortunately.
It is. Well, do you know what? Brody turned in and she was like, "What the hell's going on with this podcast?" I was like, "It's what happens. We just ramble on and go through, you know." And some people seem
Here is our structure.
Yeah, there's no notes today, which probably would have helped, but there are no notes. So there is something I actually wanted to speak to you about, which we didn't get to cover in the last podcast we did because we covered a lot the last time. We found out that you had your bathrooms and kitchens.
Kitchens and bathrooms.
Kitchens, but
it's more kitchens than bathrooms. I fucking hate bathrooms, but
kitchens
as a designer.
And you had your own business for 10 years.
Yes.
And you had a car drive through your shop.
Yeah. It was a battle. That was more of a battle than bloody wrestling, I'll tell you that.
Of course. I mean, that's your baby. It was, know, and then we found out how you've, exiled yourself to the north because you like it up here. And I I guarantee you most of the people up here would be like, why? But
Yeah, I get that a lot. People going, "What is wrong with you?"
I
was like,
get why.
"Have you seen where I come from?"
I get why.
No.
See, when I go down to like Edinburgh cities, like I'm like, I couldn't live here. I can't do it. As much as sometimes I don't like being as rural, but like I was just in Inverness, and I was only down there for like a day
Yeah.
and a night, and I was like, I want to get home.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna get a bit of heat for this. Inverness has gone to dogs, man. It's wild down there, like the high street area and that. Like it is wild, and it's only kind of like got worse this year in particular. And Susan said the same. We're kind of like at night when we're walking about, don't feel safe.
I was like, all right.
It's mental. Like you see shit, like you see some shit at night down there.
Yeah.
And you feel it. There's almost like an air of it's fucking miserable. like
I've not seen that, to be fair. When we've been here, we've not seen that.
it's usually right. So I must just have bad luck. I'm not saying Inverness as a whole is bad. I'm saying like in the high street, there's just a
Yeah.
lot. Sometimes it could be timing, but sometimes it's just a bit of fucking lawlessness.
Yeah.
So one night in particular, and it's a bad thing, but oh my god, me and Susan, our guts were bursting with laughter. So we were coming up past the road bridge from Premier Inn on the side of the river, right? We're coming up that way, and then Susan's like, fancy some mozzarella sticks at Maggie D's. There was nowhere else that was really open. Maggie D's was open late, and we're coming up towards it, and then right in that junction next to the cathedral, that busy junction, there's like 5 or 6 guys. Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
Want to fight with you?
No, for me. But fuck, Jesus, a fucking wet paper bag's gonna knock me over. Who's gonna fight me? But they're at each other, and I was like, fuck God. And then we just stood there for like, right, they're in front of McDonald's right now, so we're just gonna hang back. Oh, fucking have you, right? And I'm not making this up. Okay, cars are now swerving around them because they're in the middle of the road having a standoff. Okay. Finally, after about 5 minutes, like, fucking have you, man. One takes a swing. A clean misses the guy. It's pirouettes and lands on his back on the ground, right? The guy's standing and tries to kick the one on the ground and clean misses, and then he lands on his arse. And then the other two. So there's about 5 of them, but then the other 2 set go at each other, and they both miss and fall. And about 5 swings were thrown, and no one hit anyone, and they were all on the deck. And then the
All knock each other out doing nothing.
And then the fucking police car came round, and could you imagine the coppers going, "What the fuck is going on here?" And they're still cursing and swearing at each other from lying on their backs, going, "Oh, fucking have you?" And nobody hit each other. It was the worst fight ever.
That's another one we had at our shop, actually. I don't know if we spoke about this last time or not, but
No, we just discussed the car driving.
completely separate to that. It's another time it put out one of my windows was because where our shop was right on the corner, just opposite the nightclub and whatnot. And the guys come out off all the time, coming out there off their heads and fighting and all that sort of stuff. It's a regular thing. But this one time they were right out the front of our shop, and at this time we lived in the flat above. I'd converted above the shop into a flat.
Oh,
so
right.
We lived above it, so we just hear it all the time. And it was grade 2 listed buildings with single pane windows. You could hear everything like. And they were fighting, and this guy went to kick this mush in the head, and he missed him and booted me window, smashed me window through.
Fuck. Learn to aim, you prick.
There's always bloody something, I'll tell you. Always something.
Sake.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's that whole thing with the having the shop and whatnot. It was a battle. Yeah,
well,
dealing with things all the time. Like
anytime running your own business is an absolute nightmare. Which actually, I'd have to say, like running the training group and everything in Combat League Wrestling, I have noticed that you tend to be more situationally aware of. Like, I don't come in and I'm like, oh, this is hard, isn't it? Or this is thing. You're kind of like straight up. If I say there's a problem with the ring rack, you immediately kind of have that look at, oh, that's going to be a bitch to because you think straight away about cost effect and
Yeah.
like you've got the
Yeah.
business mindset.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a lot of the time you which I appreciate, you're quite often you make a comment which kind of lets me know it's like, right, well, you understand
Yeah.
that, you know, because I mean, one of the young ones is trying to, well, you just fix it. It's like, well, it's not that fucking simple.
You pay for it then, mate.
Yeah, and then you've got like time of labor as well. Which I made sure I was telling everyone that at some point in January there's gonna be a session where it's
You've got a group full of labourers, mate.
yep.
I can use them, innit?
Well, they're young labourers though, so they need to be told.
Oh, I need to slap some of the younger
Fucking
ones.
Ewan.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
Ewan.
not looking at you at all, Ewan.
The fucking tallest one of us all, bar Steve, and just hovers about. Phantom of the fucking Combat League wrestling.
Bitch talking about him.
We love him really, but only when he gets to work. But yeah, so one of the things that you decided to move up, which we discussed last time, and we didn't touch on it at all. And I think it's worth talking about now because you've had developments on it. So you had an idea to, at the time, build yourself a tiny house, wasn't it?
Not so much a tiny house. Well, so partially. So part of when we had our kitchen business, I was constantly looking at affordable ways of us being able to own our own home.
Yeah.
Because where we're from, we'd never be able to afford to buy a house or anything like that. Because just the deposit stuff alone was
It's the
just
same.
stupid.
It's the same all over now.
Well, yeah, I mean, up here still is
Nothing
nowhere-
compared to
nowhere
no,
near,
but
yeah.
it's still insane. Some of them.
yeah.
One company in particular. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
well,
name.
yeah.
I won't name it because I won't be that guy. But one company in particular, you look at the price of it, and you're like, "You fucking what for 2 bedrooms? Piss off!"
Yeah, 100%. It's them that's pushed everything up.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
But so when I get a thought in my head, it gets all of my attention.
I'm the same.
See,
I'm the same.
I throw all of me at it, and I cannot rest until I've done something about it, if you like. But what that led to was me looking at affordable ways to build our own home.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went on this big old quest of, affordable housing and how to achieve it and all that sort of thing. Tiny homes was part of that. And so I come across some people doing shipping container
Yes.
homes and stuff like that. And seeing them, I could see the potential in them, but I hated the way that they'd done it because, well, no, I'm not going to bitch them off, but I just didn't like the way that they were doing it.
But not to cut you off, we'll still stay on that track, but to add and interject, I was similar. Before everyone went to shit, I was very much like, so when me and Susan moved here, it was always supposed to be a stopgap, and the stopgap is now permanent because we're stuck, and we fucking hate it. we don't like it here, and it's not to say that it's not that bad since we got all the windows replaced, but because we're at the behest of a estate who decides to keep putting the fucking rent up on the constant with less services.
That's one of the other things that bugged me is being in the hands and being completely controlled by whoever owns said property. That sort of stuff is getting on my tits.
So I think I have the same sort of like, I don't have any of the knowledge or the funds or time to pursue it, but I was heavily obsessed at one point with looking into alternative housing. So I did look at tiny houses, and I think I would love something not quite tiny house, but I'd like something modular.
Yeah.
Where I was even looking at like, you could have like one tiny house for one thing, and then you could have another a module thing for like a room like this.
Yeah.
And I kind of think I would like that towards my end thing of life.
Well, that's exactly what the plan is now. It's like, so what I was looking into was shipping containers and shipping container homes. So I designed a house which started off as a tiny home sort of thing. It was one 40-foot shipping container done into a 1-bedroom house. I'd done the design for that, and then going back a bit, I've always designed stuff. So I've been designing my dream house since like forever. And me and Lane, we used to do this thing where we'd talk about our dream house. And if you look at what we originally started with what was our dream house to what is now our dream house and what we're actually going to be doing. It started off with this, like Lane was like these, the princess staircases and,
Oh,
and
yes.
all this
Oh,
sort of stuff,
yes.
and now we've looked at all that's bollocks. You don't need that. You don't need this. You don't need that. You
It
don't need
lessens as you get older, doesn't it?
that. Down.
But
Yeah.
it does, because
Yeah.
teenage Dave would be like, I want a castle.
Yeah.
With
Exactly. Yeah.
fucking gargoyles. I want a dungeon with a recording studio and your dream home.
Yeah.
And the older you get, you're like, that shit
Don't
doesn't
need
matter.
all that bollocks. Thank you. All that
He says surrounded by bollocks. Yes, but I get what you mean. You center in on things that are more important to you the older you get.
Oh,
you
100%,
realize a lot of the noise disappears.
100%, yeah. So yeah, I've done a design for this like single shipping container house, which I've then thought, okay, what could I do if it was 2 shipping containers, and what could I do if it was 3 shipping containers? And so the design that we came up with a design that was 3 shipping containers that created a 3-bedroom house, and that was genuinely, because if I'm designing something, I design it physically. I do it real with real, like, this is this material and this costs this much, So I know exactly as I'm designing how much it's
Some of those
cost.
ones are like fucking cool. I've seen some of the stacked ones, and then
So
there always seems to be a similar problem, though. I don't know if you're going to mention that.
yeah, so this is what annoys me is the one everybody says to me, I've seen that on Grand Designs. I think they called it the caterpillar, where they cantilever. They overhang 2 going that way and 2 going that way, which is stupid because the amount of additional steel they got to put in to reinforce that, to hold that up, they may as well just done it all steel frame anyway and not bothered with the containers. So my idea is to just utilise the inherent structure of the containers and just build with that. All the strength for shipping containers is through the corner posts.
Yes.
And utilise that, then stack your arts container, go 10i if you want.
Funny you mention
but
it.
just don't go across there. They're only 50mm square fucking frames.
You ever seen the prepper guy? And he's like a doomsday prepper, right? And he's built himself a fortress out in the middle of a desert, like middle of nowhere, where he owns the land, and he's done. Not what I'm saying what your house line was, but he mentioned about the same thing about the structure of being the strongest points of the 4 corners. And he basically built a fortress.
Yeah.
A square fortress where they were just stacked, and then he hauled them all out, and he's built his home into it.
Yeah.
And then, because he had a large courtyard, that's where he grows all his food and stuff.
Yeah.
But they dug under,
yeah.
and he's got bunkers and everything under it. But
because of course you don't need any sort of foundations for it. All you need is pads for the 4 corners.
Yeah.
So you could take out everything that's underneath that, and it's irrelevant.
I mean, I'm just remembering because I watched the show and I thought it was fascinating how fucking crazy he was. But his efficiency in how he built it was brilliant. But also, he mentioned that if they lose the fortress for any reason, when the zombie hordes take over, it's designed that he can hook the bottoms instantly to the, like, I think he had like flatbeds attached to it as well underneath, and he kept the wheels like ready to go, and he'd hook a truck up and just pull it, and the other ones would collapse, and he'd leave with the one that's important. And I was like, this man's put a lot of thought into this. He's itching. He'll be like 70, fucking itching to hop in that 18-wheeler and pull that bitch in. He'd be like, I've never
just for something to do.
I've never done it. I've designed it to do it, and I've never had the chance. The apocalypse didn't come. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Oh well, so that's where we are. So I've done this design with 3 shipping containers. It's just a single story. I didn't bother stacking in the end because I don't need that much fucking space. And yeah, so I've created it. It's a good 3-bedroom house. Everything in it. But the point was that one container, the single container version that I designed initially, just before COVID, before anybody knew anything about COVID, the unit next door to our kitchen shop became available. And it used to be a garage, so it had a massive roller shutter door on it and all that lot, and it opened up to a massive space. And so this was when I was right in the middle of like all the possibilities of shipping container homes and all this sort of stuff, and looking at all that. So it was our same landlord that owned our shop that owned that, and they did us a stupid deal on letting us take that over. And what I decided to do was create a business of I was going to do shipping container homes from that. And then the idea of that was that would eventually then pay for us to do our shipping container home. But then COVID hit and fucked us over. So that didn't work. That died before it started.
That's an interesting way to go about that, is to facilitate other people's dreams of having that shipping container before you even get your own one?
Yeah, well, so we did. So what I did was I bought a 40-foot shipping container, and I didn't bother with doing all the finishing on the outsides because I wanted people to see that it was a shipping container. But I fully converted the inside. So that's got a bedroom, it's got a bathroom, and it's got a front room and a fully fitted kitchen and whatnot.
You've done one?
I've done one.
Oh,
yeah.
right, wow.
And so we built that one,
Yeah.
because we couldn't possibly do it for other people if we haven't done one.
Fair.
So we built that one, and so everybody could see what the finish would be and all that sort of thing. I'm a stickler for detail, so I know every single bit of the detail.
Sorry, I can see that conversation. We want to buy a shipping container from you, and you're telling me that we can do all this and all that, and we like what you're selling, we like what you're saying, but have you got any proof? Oh yeah, I've done mine. Yeah. Can we see it? Nah, I shipped it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, then we did other projects as well. We did do like a school building. We made them like you get these porta cabin extra classrooms.
So you actually got this like little business up and running for a little bit.
Yeah.
So how long until it got traced?
Literally, we opened up. We'd done other projects just as like prototypes for people, so it's kind of just done on that sort of basis before. So just for people that we knew, rather than it be business. It wasn't business related at all. It was just done so that we could practice and do it. But we had one project through the business, which was a school building, making them a music room. That was one shipping container, a 40-footer, which was basically just the same thing, but without all the fitted kitchens and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was wonderful. It was gorgeous, and the school loved it, and it ain't going anywhere. It's strong. It's much stronger than any of these porta cabins, and properly insulated and all that sort of thing. So it's a really good
before
project.
You moved up, so the Thursday High.
Mm.
When you drive past it, the side it's closest to the field, there's a lot of open car park space right at the back. That wasn't a car park. Those used to be wooden, like chalets.
All right.
And there were steps that would take you into them, and it was a classroom. And then they were there when I was there, so that was a long time ago now because I'm getting old. And they were fucking miserable. They were grey on the inside and dark brown, rotted on the outside.
Nice.
I swear, if you stomped your foot on the ground, you would have gone through, right? And there was I think there was two or four. Either two big ones or four, because obviously I haven't been in all of them. And now I know that in the centre of the school, between the two main buildings, there was another two of these. I know they're all gone, and they've built over a new outdoor dining area. But these things were awful. They were miserable. They were piss poor, dark lit inside. Like, I'm talking, they were dark, and being in them was just it sapped the life of everyone. Like, you didn't want to learn, you didn't want to be there. It was they were used as a music huts in my time, but I know they were different classrooms at another time. But they were rotten. So yeah, steel containers would last a lot longer. But what I was going to mention though, when I said when I was looking into the containers and the different thingy, a lot of the complaints, or have a go Joes in the comments because I'm not knowledgeable, a lot kept bringing up that they're not good long term for water, like over time leakage. If you're making a home out of them.
Yeah, so basically the way that I've designed all of mine is the shipping containers is a skeleton, so with a skin. So it's completely covered. So it's not exposed to the elements anymore.
That would solve that problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm purely using the shipping container as the structural skeleton. Yeah. So structural engineers and shit like that's not required. Yeah, because it's all inherent. So that's the idea.
But yeah,
you can hang timbers off it and do all your shit and all that sort of stuff to your heart's content. You ain't got to worry because the container's supporting it all.
Oh, that's good. You've got the mind for it because you're good with stuff like that. I love the fact that we went into a new training hall, and when you get a chance to look under the floor, you're immediately like, "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's fine. As long as you're sitting there, it's fine." Like, I was like, "Thank fuck, we've got Rain Man here to help us through this," because I would have stuck my head under there and been like, "Well, I sure as shit hope we don't fall into there," because that's as far as my knowledge goes.
I mean, I've been in that sort of industry for a long time. I mean, with the kitchens, we built extensions and we did all, all that sort of stuff. So I understand structural engineering and I understand, all of that.
But do you have like a degree in it or in education?
Nah,
Just something you've learned as you've gone.
learned on the job. Yeah, always learned on the job. So basically, if ever I'm working with somebody, I pay a lot of I pay close attention, and
Haven't noticed.
I just take, I just try to absorb everything. And I'm also somebody who doesn't like to get somebody else to do something if I feel like I should be able to do it. So if I feel
man.
like I should be able to do it, I will learn it, and I will.
Learning wrestling must have fucking sucked for you then.
And you know what? The funny thing is, wrestling in my head is very different, and I don't know why. Because when it clicks for me, that'll be that.
Yeah.
Once I find, once I find my feet and I go right, okay, that, I'll be right. I'll be right as rain. And it's just having that. It's visualizing it properly, and just being able to see that and just trust that. That's everything I ever do is visual, or ever have done is visual, and because what I see in my mind's eye, I can trust, because I know exactly in my head. I can piece everything together perfectly inside my head, but it's all things that I know or I find out. So wrestling, I feel like, I don't know it, so like.
It's another world.
We touched on this in the last podcast. Is like you guys were talking. Oh yeah. Oh, this guy does this flippity flip, and you do all the move names. You're talking to each other, and for me, you're just all speaking another language.
Well, it practically is another language.
I'm just stood there going, oh, I don't understand what you're saying. So therefore, I feel really out of my comfort zone because I don't understand what you're saying a lot of the time.
And then we keep saying ask.
Yeah, there is.
Well, you have been doing that more recently.
Yeah,
You do. Well, I say ask, but you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, but it happens though if you're not privy to the language or the terminology, and when you're, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize when you sit and you talk wrestling, it is a whole other language, and then that actually leaks in to our normal language. Like it's a simple one because it's now mainstream. And people use it as like, oh fuck man, I got a shit ton of heat with this person. I mean, heat. You piss someone off. Bad intention, bad vibe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of terminology, a lot.
Yeah.
But I think another reason is you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you like to know and have control.
I think that's the key thing. That's what you just said there. You've hit the nail on the head. It's like in everything I've ever done, I've always done off my own back and with my own vision and with my own thoughts and ideas and plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's down to me to action that plan and to make my thoughts real. And in wrestling, it isn't like that. I can't do that as such.
Do you know if I was to try, I'm getting in my head here now, to try and explain what the absolute joy and comfort place for me is in wrestling, right? In performing. I haven't been there in a long, long time, okay? But it is the pure, and it's the reason why I do it. It's the pure essence of going out. You've done your entrance, right? It's not the theatrics. It's when all that stops and you're in the ring. And it's pure, not controlled. Controlled's not the word. Contained, okay? It's pure, contained chaos.
Mm.
And I don't mean it in a negative way. It's anything within the parameters of my knowledge and the parameters of the other person's knowledge. Anything can happen.
Mm.
And then when it starts, and then you're going through your, your basics in your head, you're going through your storyline. You may have one or two pre-aligned spots, but see when it's going and the attacks are happening, and it's act, react, and then a flow starts happening, and then you start keying into this other person's personality, and it obviously works a bit better if you know the other person. And then the crowd is thrown on top with the reactions. So now it's act, react, and now the crowd is act and reacting to those reactions. And then it's right, let's do this, this, that. And then sometimes when the communication completely stops and shit starts happening, because it's where the training comes from, to know oh well, if we're going upside down, I need to land on my back. But there was no communication, and it's happening, it's working, it's fucking going well. The crowd's going crazy, and it is honestly, it's like a flow state. And I am a person similar to yourself where I need to know things because I'm autistic. I have to know things in advance. This is the exact opposite.
Mm.
And there's nothing that I've ever been involved with that when you get that match, that type of match, it's unbelievable. It puts your mind in a whole other.
Mm.
And then see once it's done, it's not the same as like, I was a fucking brilliant match like that. When it's done, you're like, I want that again. I
Yeah, I
want
bet.
that feeling
I
of
bet.
no control, but it's safe and it's contained. And by the end of it, because I like to think I'm a creative person, you've created something that will never happen again. That will never happen like that again. That moment won't happen. Those reactions won't happen. The adrenaline surges won't happen. The crowd, what they saw, won't happen. The energy of that moment
Yeah.
won't happen again, and it's completely unique. And
Abstract art.
it is. Well, do you know what? Somebody actually made a comparison to wrestling, and they were 100% right. And it actually gave me the confidence to kind of like snip back when people are like, like when they get snippy about it. And it was actually Xavier Woods, who's a WWE superstar, right? And he's never been a big superstar. He's been in a faction in the New Day, which were huge, marketing wise, massive. But he's never been like a top tier guy. But he made the comparison that professional wrestling is the last form of proper live Shakespearean art, because Shakespeare used to do plays on a 360 stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing it on four sides.
Yeah.
There's not many things in this day and age where the audience are completely surrounding a stage.
Yeah.
And it doesn't count when Metallica have their latest tour. But it's not, and he's right. And it's got to be, you've got your lines you have to keep it, but you've got to ad lib, you've got to, and I was like, right. So I have used that one before.
Yeah.
You like fucking Shakespeare, don't you? Shit your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I can understand, like, I think you'll get it, and it'll happen. It will happen, but you can't force it. There's going to be a time where you get in the ring, and your brain will just let go,
Yeah.
and that's when it's like, oh, and then you get this huge surge of self confidence because everything goes right. You do your moves, you know, and you realize like, oh shit, I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm confident that will happen, and it's like, I've already sort of made a mindset for next year, that I need to let go a bit.
Yes.
Because you're right. You know what we were saying earlier is like I do have this thing in my head of like I need to know what's happening. I need to have that plan so that I can then action that plan and create the desired outcome. But I can see that because initially starting off, I think I was probably more confident than I am now.
Yes,
You know,
massively.
and that's because I'm getting deeper into overthinking it, and you know,
The big one, which we all tell you the whole time, the big one is you need to stop writing your matches down. You need to. That's your first goal, right? I'll give you compromise, right? You can write your matches down, but you need to bullet point.
oh well, I did that last one you looked at was about four sentences. Well,
Because
not
you were four
sentences.
sentences worth of stuff you had. Actually, I've been telling a story about you, about that match, because I felt for you. I was like, Richard understands that why he's in the starting match and why he needs to go out first, right? Because it's part of the story. You know, Jackdaw won the match. It was like nobody expected that, so it's like straight into a title match. Not going to win it, right? It wasn't that Jackdaw's weak. It wasn't that it was a poor showing. It was that I got a bit upper hand of you when you were full momentum and you were distracted with Remnant. But I did say in the plan, and I was like, I think there was a moment today when Richard was like, oh, bit gutted, I'm not going to be more involved in this. And see, the longer you sat there and watched six other people plan it out, you came up to me and went, I don't fucking know how you're remembering this. And I was like, you're glad you're only getting the start of it.
Well, no, I mean, genuinely, no, I wish I was in it longer.
Of course, I mean, everyone wants more time.
Yeah, but you know, obviously, I understand what's required, and yeah, the storylines and how things are playing out and whatnot. But um, yeah, but also I'd just come off being really ill as well, and I had fuck all energy.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
had zero
yeah.
fucking energy.
So did I.
Actually, it worked out.
We
quite
all
nicely,
got that
to
though.
be fair.
We all got that super
Yeah.
flu. We luckily, well, I don't say luckily, but Jenny got it after that show.
Afterwards, yeah.
I got it on. I think this. I had it. It was such a long period of time where I was getting it, and then it hit on the Monday before the Saturday. And I'm not joking. I cooked myself every night. I gave myself like I was in the hot baths, hot
Yeah.
juice. I was cooking, wrapped up just to sweat it out, and it worked. But yeah, this super flu thing's a
Yeah,
bad.
it hit me
Corbin's.
harder. Like the only time I'd been that ill before was when I had COVID.
I think it is. I think it's a form of it.
Yeah,
Personally, I'm not even saying that. Like
we said the same thing, to be fair, but
you know,
it wiped me out, and I just could not get my energy back. Even
Corbin's
after
got the chest side of it.
Yeah,
So that's the thing is you get lucky is you get that nasty cold bit, and then people come out of it, which I think you have, I have, but then there's another lot that get a cough that will not go away. He's now on week 4 of this cough, and it's a bark. I've taken him to the doctors, and they just say there's no infections. They've checked, there's none, but it's just a time thing. But what a cough for that period of time. I think Jenny's got it. She was barking a bit last night.
Yeah.
Bark.
Yeah, but yeah, so no, it's I've got a different mindset for next year. Well, I'm hoping to be able to implement that mindset, but yeah,
to be a little bit less shit than you were last year.
yeah, 100%. I just need to have a word with myself about my well, letting go, as you say. It's just and just enjoy what it is.
It is hard though, because it's literally like it's the exact opposite of how a human brain is wired. You have to just let go. And it's the same. Well, look at the bump. Look at falling onto your back. It's the exact opposite. Like your brain wants to go, put your hands down, get rid of it, and you've got to rewire your brain to not do that.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy thing to do, and I think it's why like a lot of people in wrestling are nuts, because that's how they get good at it. Is they're already halfway there, so they can just let go and not give up.
I enjoyed yesterday's session. I said to you earlier, because we were doing some shit that was. That's more what I used to do years ago. Like when I used to do like free running and stuff like that. I used to just run off building roofs and shit like that. And just
You did free running?
Yeah, didn't we talk about that in my last podcast?
No.
Oh, so that was before like parkour and all that lot was a thing. It was just a case of that stemmed from bullying was a big part of my childhood, and that stemmed from that. And I found ways of navigating my town without walking the streets, if you like, without walking the path.
It's literally Jack Doll makeup running across the rooftops.
100%. Yeah, you've seen my little video that I've made, right, of my jackdaw thing. That's all inspired by all that, mate. It's all inspired by that. And you know what? Then The Crow came out years and years later, and I was like, I see him. I recognise him. But that's why I'm obsessed, man. But I used to do free running before it was a thing, so there's no training on that. It was just, but I used to jump off high things and just like land on my feet, roll and run, and land everything perfectly and smooth, and I fucking loved it. Just anything that's always the feeling of any kind of flight or anything like that. It's always been a big thing for me.
Oh, well, this now explains everything. This explains
100%.
everything.
That's what I was
Can I
just
come off
gonna
the top
lead
rope?
on to.
Come on, look, you can't come off the top rope yet. But I'll come off the top rope.
Yeah.
No, it's not
But
the time.
I was so comfortable doing that last night.
Yes.
All that stuff, and I was just like, as soon as I knew that, because I'm also aware that you're concerned about safety.
Yes.
So that's why I've not been trying to do any of that yet. But I want to play a bit more with that, because not necessarily in the shows at the moment.
No.
I completely appreciate that. But
you're on a bit when we were coming off the top rope last
yeah,
night.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, because like that's just up there and just free. That for me is free as a bird.
The reason I don't do a lot of it is that I'm not a flippy guy myself. He says, well, he did a full turn inward flip. Yeah, okay. I don't do them on shows, and that's an important thing though. Is just because you can doesn't mean you should. I mean, there's a lot of things I do in training I've never done on a show ever, because it just doesn't fit with the Arkham character. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was
That
saying,
was a great
I was saying to
show.
Susan as well.
A great session
It
last
says,
night.
says when we
Enjoyed
got back, I was like, Richard told me he had a great session last night. Yeah, I goes, we did a shit ton of drills and he hates fucking drills.
it. Cardio, mate. You can get fucked with your cardio.
Every time I'm like, right, we're doing drills. Oh.
But no, the drills I enjoy, and especially the stuff we were doing. Some of the bits we were doing yesterday. Doing some. I mean, just the stupid things like the internationals, those sort of things as drills and stuff like that. I really enjoy that because it feels more like it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rather than just sort of like standing there fucking your body up.
Oh, you don't like doing like sets
all your
and
fucking
stations.
ropes and all that
Yes,
bollocks. And,
yeah.
No, I don't like all that shit,
No,
man.
you-
I'd rather do the cardio of doing shit.
Yes.
I'd
I'd rather do that too, but then you see people that gas on 2 steps. I'm like, nah, you need.
Which was me a while back for sure.
Yeah, I told you the last time you were on this podcast. I was honest with you. The first time you came in and you had your first session, I turned the danger and I went, "He ain't gonna be back."
Well, so going back to Mikey, when you think my first match was with Mikey.
Yes.
And then if you look at our ages together, I don't think we got to be one of the oldest age. Well, I think it worked out. Like our combined age was 97 or something like that. We ain't two young guys.
But see, this is the thing though. Times have changed, right? Times have changed. I was just thinking about this the other day, with like in professional wrestling in general. So see, back in the day, if you were 30 and over, you were
you're
fucking
old.
done.
Yeah.
But you were done.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be considered. WWE would never take you on. I think a lot like WWE still kind of would be like, no chance, because they want to get the young ones, train them up into the system, and keep them in that product. But in general, in the oldie days, it was like, nah, we're not looking at it. But then if you look
Absolutely.
at the current landscape of like wrestlers, right? So although it may not be overly popular, Jericho's in his 50s.
Yeah.
Right? His last run was a bit rough, but he's shredded again. He's either going to turn up in WWE again or he's going back to AEW. But I hope he turns up in WWE just for one last run. But he can go, right?
You got CM Punk. I think he's my age.
CM Punk, right? AJ Styles.
Yeah.
He's retiring. He's 49 but hit 50. And there's so many others that are like in their 40s. Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And there's more and more that are of an older age. And I think it's because times have changed, especially on the professional level. There's more consideration for your health. There's more...
Yeah, so look out for us old guys. We're taking over.
I was about to say yeah, but I was like, I feel older than I am, and that's just because I'm broken. But I'm only 38. That's my thing now. It's like, oh, I'm 38. Now I always say I'm only 38.
Yeah.
Because I know death's coming. It's creeping up on me quicker and quicker. It's coming. So I just try and switch the mindset up. But so sorry, we came well off track there. But going back to the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing way back down that corridor there. We passed that door a while ago.
I'll tell you exactly. I'll pick up exactly where I left off. We had the shop and I've built that 40-foot shipping container, a 1-bedroom version, and we slid it into the building, and then we shut the shutter down on top of the container, and then I built in all around the sides of it, and so I had part of the container sticking out at the front of the building, and the rest of it was inside the building. And so that was our show home. We paid for that with our own money. I've never done any of my businesses using any business loans or anything like that. So it was something that this was a punt. It was a complete and utter punt. It's just like we thought, right, I'll buy a shipping container, I'll convert it, I'll use my existing suppliers to get bits at a decent price rather than paying full whack for stuff, obviously. So we managed to convert it for a really reasonable amount of money. This container we had in there.
How much did the container cost roughly?
The container, because we always use second-hand containers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not brand new ones, but we use one-trip containers.
Yes.
So basically, China will build the container for whatever they build it, and then they fill it with shit, and they send all their shit over here that we keep buying because we like Chinese rubbish. And they don't bother taking the containers back because it costs them more to take the container back.
Jesus,
so
right.
all of our ports are full of containers that are just disused, right? And that's every single port in the UK is full of containers that China won't take back. Because it costs them more
That's
to
a
retrieve
you problem.
Yeah. So that was part of my idea as well. Is like all these containers are just rotting away.
So there's a market for them. There's a
100%,
supply there.
There is plenty of supply of containers. Yeah. So so the 40-foot, it's a high cube as well. So it's like 9'6" high sort of container, and that cost me £1,750 for the container.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
£1,750. Yeah. For the container.
I was looking at a container and it was 20 grand.
Yeah, that would be a new one.
No.
Well, then
No.
they're pulling your pants down then, mate.
No, it was not. Wow.
No, so single-use containers you can get for. I mean, now you're probably looking at $2,500. You know, now probably.
Still,
like
it's
the
still a
best
damn
ones.
sight less than 20 grand.
Yeah, and then about probably £800 for delivery or something like that, plus your vodka and tonic. But yeah, yeah, we paid £1,750 for our container. It's got a few dents in it and whatnot. Don't matter. Wind and watertight, so it's structurally sound. Perfectly good container. And then I chopped the side out to put my bifold doors in it. So yeah, our thing's got it's got 3 meter wide aluminium bifold doors in it and all that sort of stuff. Got a fully fitted kitchen, bathroom, as we said earlier, bedroom, sitting room. It's carpeted and laminate floored and all spotlights in. It's a nice bit of kit. The only thing we haven't done on it is the outside.
Yeah.
Because we wanted people to see the container. But we still own that.
Yeah.
So that is actually up here with us. That came up here when we moved up. That came with us.
Don't say where it is.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't say where it is.
No.
I know you've told me where it is,
Yeah.
but don't say where it is on here.
So
I've never, ever, doing this podcast, had to think, internet-wise, was like, don't tell anyone
I
that, because
wasn't
there
gonna
will be
say.
some fucker
Yeah.
out there that will pull some shit, because it just looks like a container, and now
100%,
they
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I could do with a new kitchen.
but it's that's a third of our house, so that we've already got. So to do the rest. So what we did is we bought a plot of land up here, up May, which again you couldn't do that down by us.
No,
you know
no.
what we've just bought this plot of land for is, well, silly by comparison.
Well, you got a deal, you got a deal. It's part luck, part haggling, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shop
so-
smart.
Which I'm quite savvy with all that shit anyway. But, I know how to get the best prices for stuff anyway. That's for sure.
I'm just waiting for this gift of the gab come out when you think you're going to try and get better booking. Just be like, Dad, Dave, this is.
Well, we've got a conversation to have anyway on
It's like
that.
this is good.
Yeah.
This is good, but this is better.
Yeah. Well,
It's not me you need to speak to.
You're my middleman.
I'm no fucker's middleman.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So we have now got full planning permission, and we're about to start the physical build.
So are you still using because I've seen a mock-up of the new design that you had to go with. Is that still using the container?
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's now it's actually 2 containers because I'm bridging them. I've now looking into it much deeper. I don't need the middle container because structurally it's doing fuck all.
Yeah.
These 2 containers are taking everything, so I've lost the middle
I mean,
container.
we've all been to Richard when we've got an extra container that we don't need.
I just saved me probably $2,500 or whatever for a container I don't need. Yeah. So
I'm genuinely excited to see the progress on this project because I found your Instagram thing where you had the updates. I'm very disappointed that you didn't put more videos of when you got the digger stuck in the ground because that was brilliant.
I didn't get a digger stuck in the ground. I got my van stuck in the ground.
The van stuck in the ground.
That was before we'd done anything on the.
You drove the van onto the land and you got the van stuck.
Yeah, I kept pushing me, like every time I'd go onto the plot, I'd reverse a little bit further in, and then I got stuck.
Too far.
So then that was a farmer just down the road, who's actually the dad of a friend, and we'd been there for about 2 hours trying to fucking dig the bastard van out of this mud and trying to wedge shit underneath it to try and get some grip to come out. And then in the end, it was just a case of ring and see if Dad's got a tractor and can he pull us out. And he was there within minutes and he hooked us up and he just drove forward like it was nothing and just pulled me van out. I was like, oh.
I mean,
it took him 4 minutes and we were like...
I mean, as I would say, commendable that you went for 2 hours of digging by hand and then you could have just...
Well, like I said earlier, I've got a problem where I feel like if it's something I should be able to do...
You have several.
Yeah. But if I feel like if it's something I should be able to do myself, then I fucking try.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you did... I mean,
I was there for 2 hours and I didn't...
Yeah, but you weren't... I mean, some people would leave it there overnight and then go, oh, well, fuck it.
Well, I had to get home somehow.
Well, this is true.
There's a field in the middle of May.
Walk. Do that yourself.
So yeah, no, that was good. It got us out. So that
I'm genuinely interested in the progress on how that goes because I just find it fascinating because it was something that I was looking into. I would never be able to do it, but I kind of like got an understanding of like, holy crap, like the amount of work that goes into doing ideas like that. And then of course, and having conversations with yourself, I keep finding out more and more new things about you. And then you mentioned, I think I was in your van, and you said something about like the container and everything. I was like, ooh, and then, and I hope, obviously, I hope it goes well for you.
I will.
I mean, and you're getting there.
Yeah, getting planning permission was difficult up here because
was,
Highland Council are quite finicky about how things look. Hence, I had to change the
Finicky is the
design.
nicest way to describe them.
I had to change the design just to suit how they wanted it to look. So it's costing me more for material, and I'm wasting material I don't need to use just to.
You're not even in a public area, are you?
Nah,
Really? So
that's
why does it?
But that's part of the problem. It's rural, so it has to blend with rural buildings and all that sort of shite.
Just plant a fucking tree in front of it. Do what the guy did in the line when he built the haystack.
Yeah,
The giant...
built his castle in behind the hay.
Right. See the thing that gets me with that story, right? If you don't know, like surely to goodness, everybody knew a story of the planet. There was a man down, it was in England, I don't know where, and he didn't get planning permission to do his home. So he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll sneak this in. So he built a hay bale structure and made
no, so what he did.
he made it look like a pile of hay bales.
Yeah.
But it was bloody massive.
Yeah, but so that was real hay.
Yeah.
Then he built his castle in behind it,
and then
hid it in the hay.
but it's inside it.
Yeah. So there's a planning loophole in England. They've probably addressed this by now because of him, where it was if you could build it and live in it undetected for, I'm going to say 5 years or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Then you bypassed the planning permission. You didn't need to obtain the plan permission and you could keep it. But they determined that he'd done it fraudulently and deliberately hid his house.
I mean, a farmer may have come along and
I think he was there for
decided...
like 10 years before he was discovered, something like that.
Surely they should have been allowed to keep it then.
No, but that's the point, is they said had it been done
Oh, it was fraudulent,
legitimately,
sorry, yes.
if he'd built it and lived in it unchallenged for, for 5 years, whatever it was.
There poses the question though, like that's a bullshit law, because how the fuck would you do it without being detected? Because it's still fraudulent, because you're trying not to get detected. I know he built something to hide it,
but
you're not going to be able to do it and not have someone see it.
Yeah.
But it was a genius idea though.
Oh, that's cracking, yeah.
And the
beautiful place he built as well, and he had to rip it down.
The fact that he was in there for so long behind those hay bales is like... But yeah, the fact that I think that's bullshit. They made him take it down, because what was the point? Because it had already been there for so long. It wasn't hurting anybody.
Nah.
Nobody knew it was there to begin with.
Nah.
I think it would have been worse if you I think there would have been more complaints if you had taken the hay bales down, because then people would notice. Oh look, there's a fucking house there.
Yeah.
You just fucking leave the boy alone. Like, God, see bureaucracy and rules and shit. Now don't get me wrong. I'm a stickler for rules. Because the autism, especially my justice code, is like black and white on a lot of things. But see shit like that, just fucking leave him alone. Yeah, no. He wasn't hurting anyone. Yeah. Well, that I knew of. I mean, it's not like he had a fucking dungeon behind the fucking hay bale.
There's a reason why I have a problem with sort of certain authorities and stuff like that. Authority as such. It's just as I get older, the more wound up I get about it. It's like,
do you know the weird thing with me? I get older is, see, when I was younger, I was exactly opposite. Like I didn't give a shit about politics, right? Because it didn't matter, and because probably it wasn't as insane as it is now. Now I can't stop. I'm like obsessed with this now, because I'm not going into it, because I will fucking flip this table. But see the way that it is now, it's fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that lightly, it's terrifying. It is so scary right now.
These people are controlling our lives. These people are... No, I'm not going down.
Yeah, no, but so just that, like, it's scary. And it doesn't just seem to be here either. It's like everywhere seems to have lost their fucking mind.
Yeah.
I kid you. Here was a weird thing I actually admitted to my wife the other day, right? So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm quite grounded.
Tin hat now that you got.
I definitely believe that you're not told the whole story, right? That's as far as I go with. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to make comments on these things, right? But there was a thing I read, and it wasn't in depth. It was more a comment, like a forum thing, right? And somebody said it as a joke, and then once they had said it, my brain went, this makes sense, and it upsets me that my brain thinks that this makes sense, right? Because it sounds ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. I'm just, what point it's not that I truly believe this, it was more a case of like, the world is so batshit right now that it's plausible, okay? and it had to do with the fucking Hadron Collider. They fired it up, right? We know West, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm not smart enough to know ins and outs about the God particle and all this malarkey. But then, you know, there was the risk, which is public knowledge of that it could tear a black hole and fucking eliminate the universe.
Suck us all into that.
But there's also a probability, and what's it, is it quantum physics or something? You know, the shit of probability, string theory and all that, right? That, you know, there could be alternate universes and stuff like that. Somebody made a point, and it was a joke of like, does it not feel like that the world fucking
Since then, we're now in this fucked up.
Yeah, like, because then fucking COVID happened,
Yeah.
right? And if you told me when I was a teen, by the way, there's going to be a virus that goes around the whole world and you're going to be stuck in your house for 2 years, fuck off, right? Things are going backward. Trump's fucking president twice, right? All the crazy shit. And then, I know it isn't like the same as Trump, but you know, like, no drink on trains. Now there's drink back on trains. Things like that. Like, everything's going backwards and there's weird shit. And I was reading this and I'm like, I stopped reading it because I was like, this is making
too much fucking sense.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not going down this path. But I was telling Susan that, and I was like, don't look at me like I'm mad. I was like, does it not feel that it's plausible, right? I'm not saying it is, but it's plausible that shit got fucked up when that got turned on, and it's just like all this stuff is just like from another world, and it's so strange.
Yeah,
but I think it's time we'll do a card.
Oh, jeez.
We'll do a card. Now, this is your second go round.
Yeah.
You got good ones last time. You got good ones. You did. Brody got some good ones.
She was reading them herself.
I know. I know.
Well, for you,
yeah. I mean, if you want to do that to me, it's up to you. It's just nobody had the.
But you answer them anyway, didn't you? So you still go it.
I managed to avoid 2 of the ones with Brody, though.
Yeah.
She didn't bring it up. It's just a basic question. It's not that bad. I'm not particularly sure I want to know it, though. Remember, you get 1 pass.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
Richard, do you like to be spanked during sex?
Yeah, wouldn't you just fucking like to know?
I mean, I need to know.
Do you really?
I can answer that, no.
Yeah, no, it's not for me, mate.
It's not my kink. No. It's not my kink. No, not for me. That was easy.
Oh, you're just going through them.
Oh yeah, I'm just knocking them out. Just knocking them. Have you ever used a vegetable as a sex toy?
I can honestly say to you, no.
Really? Not with all your structural engineering. I could imagine you looking at a fucking eggplant and be like, circumference and measurement. The structural integrity of this is absolutely perfect.
No, never have.
No?
No. Rather square, unfortunately.
Oh. I mean, Ricky looked horrified. He was horrified when he learned things. So, no, I have never used a vegetable as a sex toy. I think it's economically not very smart in this day and age.
It wouldn't taste very nice in your dinner after that, would it? I don't like wasting shit. So.
It's a bit nutty. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've like walked past it and be like, that's girthy. I've never been like, yeah, let's buy that one. I can appreciate a good phallic vegetable on visual alone. Have you ever had sex on a toilet seat? There's a lot of sex in it.
Honestly, I don't know, but I'd say probably. I don't know.
You don't remember? What?
Why would I don't know.
I think the uncomfortableness alone on that I'd remember.
Genuinely, I don't know.
No, I've never. No, never. Only because it's just uncomfortable. I mean, if you
sometimes it's not about comfort, though, is it?
I mean, look. Even if I was a younger man, I was more flexible, and I wasn't married. I have met Susan, so she doesn't run in here and kick a shit at me. If an opportunity had arisen, if I was in the pub, right? Well, because that's the go-to place because it's got the shutters, right? The cubicles. I still wouldn't need sit on the. I don't know why I wouldn't sit. I'll stand, but I ain't sitting on that toilet. No way. I'm just. It's not happening. It's uncomfortable, and especially if it's a public toilet. I've got a thing about public toilets. I fucking do not like public toilets.
No, I don't. It's a very well known thing about me is I do not use public toilets at all.
What do you know?
I've been known to go 3 days without going to the toilet because if I
I'm
haven't,
not that bad.
I am. I cannot use a public toilet.
See that, like, right. So again, due to like Corvin's autism and my autism, I don't like cubicles. Like, I'll go into a second why, but if we use the disabled because it's calmer for him. It's not so much sensory overload, and it's the same for me as well. Inverness do not have disabled toilets, right? And I know people are gonna be like, yes, they do. No, they don't. What you have to do is go find an attendant that doesn't fucking exist that has the keys, right? So here's my point. As an autistic person that does not like talking to people, does not like fucking dealing with strangers, what makes you think that I want to go up to a stranger and go, excuse me, I need you to open this door so I can have a shit, please? It's not gonna work, right? I understand why, because they were using it for drug use and nefarious reasons because they're not attended. But why, oh why, you wouldn't just employ someone to be an attendant? You know? So anyway, so the other option is the male, particularly in Eastgate, right? There's male baby changing. So that's what a cool thing he's as disabled. So I was like, oh right, I really, really, really need to go toilet, and you know, bit oversharing here, but I needed a number 2. I needed a poo, and it wasn't waiting for no man. I went and there was somebody in the changing. I was like, right, I'll wait. And I could hear him changing the baby. And then I noticed another man coming down with his kids and a baby. And I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not that much an asshole, right? I'm like, you need this changing room more than me, even though I am about to shit myself. So I had to go and use the public toilets, which is rows upon rows of cubicles, okay? It's fucking awful. It is like my worst nightmare. And it is been a while since I've had to use public toilets like that, and it was one of the worst experiences I've had in years. I hated it. It's a noise, it's a smell. I'm sitting in this little cubicle, and there's somebody to the right of me doing their business, and someone to the left doing the business, and it's like the worst fucking symphony of like ploppity plop, right? And the guy next to me needs to get checked because he was grunting like he was doing the World Strongman competition. He was just like, ugh, ugh. Then you get the obligatory people that are having a pee. And I don't know what this is. Have you experienced this, right?
Probably not because I don't go in public toilets.
Why do people grunt and clear their throat when they're having a piss? Why do they feel the need to be? I'm like, why?
See, this is why I don't go into public toilets because people are disgusting.
Yeah.
And what they leave behind and what they do.
Oh yeah, like if you get an unused clean one.
So I don't.
So yeah, I had a horrible experience. Went and washed my hands, got out there as quick as I could. I'm not joking, I was sweating from because it's horrible for me anyway. But being autistic just made it so much worse. And to circle back round, right? Do you know why I've never had sex on a toilet seat? Because somebody's probably had sex on the toilet seat before me. So no.
That could imply your own though.
Oh hell no. No, I abuse my own toilet more than I abuse the public toilet. No. I am lactose intolerant and I am gluten intolerant, and I do not stick to that diet the whole time. So, no, the things I have seen go on in there, my toilet needs therapy. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it all sex-based?
Flip to another one then. Call us bloody sex.
Well, no, I mean, this is a good one because I don't know how. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Again, like you just said, I don't know how that's possible.
No, I don't know.
I ain't a woman.
We can't. We physically can't. I mean, there's a situation where you could pretend and run and not have anyone see anything, but we can't. Which I think is very unfair. Very unfair.
Our daughters could be watching this.
I ain't got no daughters. Your daughters could be.
Ah.
Your daughters could be. That sounds like a you problem. Right, where we go? Oh, for Christ, right, no more sex. Come on now. Situational.
These are your cards, man. That's all I'm saying.
There. That's more like it. Like a would you rather. Okay, there we go. Right. For £1 million, would you eat a live cockroach? The second half of this one's very strange. The second half of this makes it weird, by the way, right? For £1 million, would you eat a live cockroach that randomly appears inside your mouth once a day for the rest of your life?
I kind of feel like you'd get used to it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, there's that fucking thing again.
oh, there it is.
I mean, if it was the £1 million that caused it, then I'd say no. But if it was something that was happening anyway,
Well, you get a
if
million.
it's in your mouth, then
you
you
would
spit
basically
it out, or
you'd basically be agreeing that I'll put up with this for the rest of my life to get the 1 million. So you'd be paid 1 million, and think of it like a curse.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's just like, how long would that take? Not long.
Nah. I
Morning
wouldn't.
routine.
Nah. It was randomly. You don't know if it's in the morning. You could be fucking
Oh, yeah,
sleeping,
it's
and that
random.
bugger wakes you up.
Yeah.
You could be having the most romantic moment of your life on a beach with a sunset, the fucking brilliant holiday, best day of your life, and leaning in for a smooch, and then this motherfucker crawls out your mouth. Could be a huge moment in your life. You're accepting fucking the Nobel Peace Prize, and you're up doing your speech. That fucker crawls out on television.
Excuse me. Got to eat.
Juice from the head. Puh.
Yeah. I don't know. Still feels like only a couple of seconds.
Nah,
so
I wouldn't.
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Which is strange because I wouldn't, because I don't like the fact that I don't know what's going to happen. And you are the.
Put your wrestling training in.
That's not wrestling training. That's just bogging. I don't like cockroaches anyway. I've got a thing about cockroaches. It's actually like, so I don't have many fears. I don't have many phobias. I've got many dislikes. But I have a proper fear of crabs.
Oh, do you?
I don't like crabs.
They freak. Funny enough, they freak Lane out, which we only discovered on our honeymoon. She's Cancerian.
Oh, right.
So I find that kind of weird. So in the honeymoon, actually, cockroaches and crabs were both things on our honeymoon in the Maldives, and so cockroaches. That's the only ever time I've ever come across cockroaches.
Yeah.
Because we had one of these water bungalows, and when we got there, we had this massive basket of fruit and all that shit. It was really nice, beautiful thing. It was all presented lovely. So then we just had a shower, went for a swim in the sea, come back full of cockroaches.
Oh.
So we couldn't eat none of it. It was beautifully displayed and everything. We couldn't eat none of it, so we had to get rid of it.
That's
Just tons of
mangin'.
the fucking things, massive bastards.
That's mangin'.
That's my only time I've ever come across cockroaches. And then with the crabs, we had because it was our honeymoon, we had a candlelit dinner on the beach, just me and Lane, and being served by this. It was really, really nice, but it was at night and it was gorgeous. There was a couple of things that were really weird, actually. We've gone off topic.
No.
But walking there, we had this amazing algae thing that glue in the dark.
Bioluminescent
algae. That was stunning. Never seen anything like that before. That was walking up to dinner. And while we were sitting eating dinner, you had all these little tiny, weeny little hermit crabs that would all pop up and come running over to you. So we were sat there eating our dinner. We had this little table. It's only a little thing, so it keeps you nice and close and intimate. And so we were just kept sitting there, just doing this, I think, just tapping our feet like this, just so the crabs would run away. And that's when I discovered that Lane didn't like crabs. Was freaked out by crabs. Because I didn't mind them. I thought they were cute little fuckers. You know, these little things with all these little shells. And
I never liked them ever since. I never liked them since I was
one
little.
big claw, one little claw.
But I never liked them since I was little. But then there was a couple of moments, like, through my lifetime that I remember that made it worse. So I've never liked them. We used to get baby crabs a lot down at the rocks at Thursday East. And when I was little, I used to go to Thursday East the whole time. And then I just hated the little buggers. They creeped me out then, but I didn't have like a proper Then there was one day I went to so back in my day when I was very little. It's changed days now with social media and that, but you'll know what I'm talking about to an extent. You know how like you had the neighborhood kids. Like, you may not have been friends, but you all kind of like
Yeah.
knew each other. And if you would like maybe rap on, if you're bored, like, coming out to play. Don't know you. You don't really like you, but fuck all else to do because there was no Xboxes back then. But I went round to Rich McLean's house, and I don't know why, I went round the back door instead of the front door for some reason. You know what? I guarantee you, I was that annoying kid. I knocked on the front door, never got an answer, so I thought I'll try the back door. Right? There was the
They
tip.
were hiding from you in the front room.
Yeah,
They're going, there's that fucking Dave
It's
coming here
It's
again.
a fucking kid with autism. It was my autism. I just didn't think, like, if they don't answer the front, then that's it. But I went round the back, and when I went round the back, they had a fucking red dead crab just lying in the back garden. Right? I don't know if their dog had picked it up or fucking any reason, but it was huge, and I hated the legs on it, and it just freaked me out. It was just lying there because I think what freaked me out was it was out of the place where it should have been. I shouldn't walk into someone's back garden and then it's fucking sitting there, right?
Should be the beach.
Next one. I was little. It's not like a big moment. Like, it wasn't like a traumatic moment or anything, but I know it was a moment I added to it. It was my fucking father. He threw a little one at me. I'm right, rocks. He's like, I was like, no, no, no. And he thought he was being funny. He was like, ha ha ha, I threw it. No. I was like, nah. I did not like that. And it was a tiny little baby crab as well. And then the other one was my granddad Cameron. He randomly, for no reason at all, took me down to the harbour at night. It was when they used to have the fish markets through all the day. Again, this is back like ye olde days. And he picked up. But randomly, by the way, he wasn't like the sort of guy to like wind me up. This is what was also weird. I'm just sitting there bored, and he picked up the biggest, fucking nastiest, angriest lobster you have ever seen. And he just goes, "Look at that, David!" And this fucker was snapping at my face like cha 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 cha, and the little fucking no. And ever since like the combination of all that, I'm like, I fucking hate crabs. I don't even like dead crabs. When people sit and eat crab, you know how they get it like served to them, and it's like you're eating out of its head. And that's it. Can't do that same fucking. See if you're one that people eat crabs out of them, like their legs are sprawled out, and you snap the legs and suck it. Its eyes are staring back at you, right? You're fucking weird, because I guarantee you that if I turn around and go, "Would you eat?" The delicacy of like a sheep's head when they got the brain on display, and you've seen that, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's fucking disgusting." Like, you do
Same
it
fucking thing.
with a fucking bottom earth sea dwelling rat vermin creepy bastard of a thing. And then a couple of years ago, I was on holiday with family, and one of the things was, let's all as a group go down and do this fucking rock thing on the beach, right? And I was like, if this fucking guy picks a crab up, I will knock him out. I will end him. I don't care if the kids cry. He comes near me with a fucking crab.
And then see where this is going.
Well, no. He's fine. He was good. He stayed the fuck away with me, right? But told me a fact I did not need to know in my life. So I didn't realize that crabs can like live up to like 100 years. That's terrifying, right? You ugly bastards. You don't deserve to live that long. And second of all, which makes me feel justified in my hatred of these creatures, did you know that crabs urinate out of their eyeballs?
No.
And you fuckers are sitting eating out of their head, and they urinate out of their eyeballs. Like, I am deserved in my hatred and creepiness of them. They are disgusting.
They're aliens from another planet, really.
Oh, God. And it's like, even in films, like, even if it's like a terrible 70s B movie thing, like, the guy's like hand turns into like a lobster with a fake person. I hate that as well. I'm just like, no. No. And the other thing I'm only afraid of is moths. I don't like moths. I don't like big moths.
Oh, I love moths.
No,
I find them fascinating. Big hawk moths. There was one time I'd never realised moths got this big. It was like I used to work at Wix, and we were doing this project where we completely changed the format of the story. It used to be like this big warehousey type thing, Wix's. I don't know if you remember back in the day.
Yes, I remember.
And then they had this thing, we called it Project Crystal, which was just before 2000.
We know it.
And what they did was they redesigned all the stores to be more fluffy to attract the lady shoppers into come and buy the paint and the wallpaper.
More pillows
and the pretty things. Yeah,
more pillows.
So during that, ripping out all that old massive racking that went right up to the ceilings and all that sort of stuff, I found this fucking hawk moth. It was massive thing. He was dead, obviously, but it's just
Why are you going about picking up dead bugs? That's my question to you. Why are you picking up dead bugs?
well, because it was amazing. It was just fascinating. The size of it and the colours and the shape. I'd never seen a moth
You would
like
have,
that
you would
before.
have got on with my granddad. Fucking
was
picking up.
fascinating.
Oh, look at this lobster! It's fucking fascinating. No, don't touch it. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
What fascinated you about it?
I like to say just the size of it in particular, because I didn't realise moths got that big. I just thought they were annoying. Those annoying little fucking things that flew around the light bulb. But he was massive, and
And
the
that's the one.
colours.
That's the one.
Moth.
That's the ones I don't like. I don't like the big ones.
Yeah. And I've still got him because I had a business card, little clear plastic business card box. He just fits in that diagonally. I've still got him somewhere. He's in storage.
You kept it.
I've still got it. Yeah. I'm not one of these people who like pins moths and butterflies to a corkboard.
That would make more sense because it's your hobby. You picked up a random.
It was dead. But it was just. It's just fascinating because all that was going to happen was they're going to sweep it up and just throw it away.
Because it's dead. It's a corpse. I mean, it's a pretty corpse, obviously. But surely that's fucking dust now, wherever that is.
No. I saw it before we moved up. It's just still in normal storage, but no, it's still there.
Anything else that's deed in your story? Is there another side to you I don't know about?
I was going to say, not that I know of.
Just, I think we all need to be watching out. Dude running across the rooftops, picking up, storing dead things. I'll tell you why I don't like moths. I'll tell you why. And it is on me. It's not on the moth. And it was just a weird random occurrence. There's no big build up to it or any reason, but I was walking home. I used to walk home very late at night. I had very, 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 very long hair, longer than what you used to see me with. I used to have it like right down my back, a little bit longer than Steve's. Not as gorgeous and luxurious as Steve's though. His fucking hell, just what a head of hair. Sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought, thinking about those locks, man. I got home, so I walked through the night, and I used to wear like my earphones because I still do. I don't like hearing the outside world, so I listen to my own music. I got in my house, took the earphones off. I used to always wear a beanie hat. I used to have a Slipknot beanie hat. I was known for wearing that. Took that off, and as I took that off, my hand touched something in my hair, and it fluttered. So my immediate reaction was to go, ah! And I went splat, and it must have been the juiciest fucking moth. Because it just went all through my hair, its guts. Then the worst bit was when I pulled it out, when I got the guts out, and I was pulling its wing out, you know, it's got like that fucking dust. Oh, this dust was just constant, and it just... Albiatism thing, it was unsafe texture, unsafe touch, unknown thing, and ever since then, if I look at a moth, I remember that fucking feeling of it, and it just, I can't deal with it. Don't like moths. Don't like them. Not for me. They can get to fuck. Especially crabs. Especially crabs. Right, we're going to do another one of these, but if it's a sexy one, we're going to skip, because... Nope. No. There we go. There we go. There we go. Does Lane watch these?
Have you mixed these up?
No.
You got After Dark.
Oh yeah,
with Bad Choice.
Don't worry. That's very considerate of you, Richard. But it's fine. I'll organise it afterwards. Does Lane watch these podcasts? With you and them?
Probably. I think she watched the last one.
Would you ever attend a swingers party?
No.
No.
That's a straight up no.
Yeah, one and done.
Absolutely.
Never see yourself doing it in the future.
Never. No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not my bag. I like to dedicate myself to my wife.
I just literally. Oh man, I just heard that like a jazz track or something. Like you're trying. I dedicate this to my wife.
Yeah.
It was so smooth the way it just came at you there.
Lucky her.
Yeah. Do you know what? If she does watch this, maybe she's like, maybe it's time she has that conversation with me. You don't want. I'm sorry, Richard. It's the moth. It's the moth. It just doesn't work for me. I always have this thing when it comes to not like I don't like using the term like dirty stuff or sexual stuff, right? But I always have this kind of thing of like if I say no now, I feel like I'm setting myself up for not being open to things when I'm older. So I don't see like a swingers party, right? Some people might look at that and go like swingers, and immediately their mindset is, oh, they're fucking weird, or oh, that's a strange thing to do. I'm kind of really opposite on that. Like I'm quite broad-minded on things like that. If it's safe and it's consensual and everybody's fucking on board with it and understands, I think it's fine, right? One of the lifestyles that fascinate me is proper true polyamory, where it's a group of people that are in a sexual relationship. But it's so strange. I don't mean strange in a horrible way, but I find it fascinating that that can functionally work. And I saw one time a documentary. It wasn't a documentary. I tell a lie. It was a bullshit show, but it was really like it's on Netflix. Terrible name for a show. It's called Sex Room, right? And it's grand designs for a sex room. And it's brilliant. And of course, you find out like people's kinks and things and what they want from the room. But one of them was
Is this that weird show? I think I've seen a clip of this on fucking Gogglebox or something. Is it this one where you got that woman who's talking them all through it? She's literally sitting there talking piece to camera while they're doing whatever the fuck they're
no,
doing.
that's
behind.
bullshit. That's Channel 4 pish.
Oh, right.
No, that's the one when they go in the box in the back and apparently they have sex.
Oh.
No, that's rubbish. That's car crash TV. Like, that's awful.
No, I mean it's literally in a bedroom or something like that.
Oh, no.
He had this.
No, yeah, I know the one you're on about now. Yeah, no.
Ah.
No, that's like the sex therapist or something. No. No. This was like a couple or group or whatever explain, like, oh, this is what we would like. And then they get like their dream sex room made. Some of them were brilliant. Like one managed to make it into their garage, and it was a fake door, and you could open the fake door with like paint tins on it, and then they've got their room because they didn't want the kids around it. But anyway, one of them wanted a room, and it was for a polyamorous group. And I thought, I don't understand how that works. And then the more I found out, and then when they talk about it, I was like, that's really, if you can handle that, that's fucking cool. If that's what you're into. But what fascinated me was each one in the group had a separate kink. And that was the reason why they were together. And their kinks crossed into each other's ones in some shape or form. It was so strange. But I was fascinated, and I was like, this is fucking... I don't think I could do it. Like, polyamory, like, if it's not something I think I could handle. Dave doesn't share. I don't like to share. So, would I attend a swingers party? That's different because I don't know what my mindset. I don't know what like Susan's probably like, "Don't you fucking dare!" She's gonna be like, "Never." But I'm of the mindset. Like, I don't know what my mindset's gonna be like in 20 years. I don't know what my relationship's gonna be like. I don't know where paths take me. I'm open to it. Right now, no, but I don't like to say, well, I'd never do that. So, yeah. Now you know some shit about me, Richard.
Dave down.
I just secretly want a sex harem. But no, honestly, you actually might like the sex room because the engineering of these rooms are fucking phenomenal.
That's the thing, right? If I was to watch something like that, that's what I'd be looking at, is how they built it and what they had to put it all together.
It's be like, here's the new sex wing we've just got. Oh, you're going to need a double bear.
Yeah, that's not, that bolt's not going to fucking hold that.
It's fucking shit.
How many of these bloody things are you going through, miss?
Oh, get a couple going. I mean, it's
What does that mean?
What, are you for real? I'm asking you that question because you don't know what it means. Are you for? Oh, you are an innocent little person. Oh my goodness, you are a very, very loyal person. Have you done a walk of shame in the past year? And you don't know what that means. You genuinely don't know what walk of shame is.
Well, I presume it's in a specific context, does it?
Fucking innings in a specific context. Right?
But I presume it's going down a specific path.
No. Well, right. So a walk of shame is if you've had one too many drinks, and you know the term beer goggles come out, or some people say vodka goggles, and maybe you're like, you're not usually my type, but you know,
Oh, I
over.
see.
And then you do the deed, or even the other way. I'll go the other way because that's actually quite a derogatory sense. In a more normal sense, is you basically you hook up with someone, you don't know who they are, but you've done the deed,
Okay.
and you need to walk home in the morning looking dishevelled in your last. That's a walk of shame.
Uh-huh.
You know, you've seen them like, hey, coming to that house. Like, you see someone come at your neighbours or something like, I
Got
don't
you.
know who that. You dirty fuck. That's a walk of shame.
Uh,
So you haven't done. No,
no.
no, no. I mean, yeah. No, neither have I, funnily enough. Neither have I. We'll go for one more after dark. Nah, too easy. Come on. After dark. Come on, give me a good one. Come on. Give me a good one. Just checking. I'm just checking. Richard, can you confirm to me that there is no one else in this room?
I can.
Right. Can we confirm to the audience there's no one else in this room?
There's no one else in this room.
That's cool. Okay. Richard, have you ever fantasized about someone in this room?
I can honestly say fucking no.
Hey, you know.
You wish.
Hold on, what are you going to answer so quick for? You don't need to answer that quick. Take some time to mull it over, you know? Have a think about it, at least.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, you've locked up with me and everything, Richard. How could you say that?
That's personal enough, bruv.
Yes, I have. I fantasized about myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so good. Oh, I couldn't resist on that one. I could not resist on that one. So, we'll start the process of the wind down. And I guess I'll just ask you a question: is what's on the cards for Richard Johns next year? What's the plans in general? Because we're hitting the whole Christmas and that bullshit, and New Year, New Me, all that rubbish.
I hope there's no new me, because I think it's taken me a long time to find me. But I think, well, next year's going to be fun. It's going to be a busy year, I think. And it's the start of my wind down. In all honesty, is how I see it. It's the start of me heading towards my, dare I even say, retirement. That's the way I see next year. I'm laying the foundations for that.
It's good to have a plan.
Yeah, I intend to retire from employment by 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't intend to not work. I intend to retire from employment. So I'll just do what I want to do as I want to do it. I will take control of my life. We will take control of our lives. I'm determined to give Lorraine that as well, like for herself. And
Admirable.
so,
Susan, you're getting fuck all from me.
next year's the foundations. Is how I see it. So I tend to separate everything into 5-year plans. Everything I do has always been 5-year plans, and balls lane to tits. But I always do stuff in that.
You are unbelievably neurospicy. You do realize this?
Well, if you say so.
You have so I do. It's not in a bad way. It's not normal, but it's not a bad way. But it's good to have plans.
Yeah, it's just I need to have something that I can see. I need to like I say, I visualize everything. So I have a plan, and that's my goal, is what I see there. And so next year, it's the foundations, and that's the start of our wind down. That's the way I see that. So
when do you see? I mean, obviously it's a good bit away yet, but when do you see your everything going to plan? The house being finished.
Oh, finished is open end. I don't know. So basically,
well, living in then.
Yeah, I don't know. That'll be what will be.
Yeah.
So I'm doing everything myself, apart from sparks, which I can't. Well, electrics, I can't necessarily do certain bits, but that's fine. But everything else,
I'll do your electrics.
You a spark?
No. No, I'll do your electrics, and I mean you wouldn't have me, so I'm going to cook you.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan. Is we just do it. We're doing it ourselves, literally. So it will take as long as it takes. We're in a gorgeous house where we are now. We love it. So we haven't got like that as a pressure. Haven't got a landlord that's going to sell up and kick us out. I haven't got any of that sort of crap. So, but on the opposite hand, that doesn't give me the kick up the arse. I need to get it done. But like I say, the idea is set up our retirement as soon as possible. So I want to get the house done as soon as possible, but I'm not going to put a pressure on myself that makes it a stressful journey. It's something that I want to enjoy doing.
Good. That's a good way to go into it.
So, and the way I see it is, I've got 30% of the house already. So I've only got the other sort of, 60%, whatever to go. So
the house will be a little bit less shit than it was before.
Yeah. And it would just be it's a progressional thing. And obviously with that's that, and then wrestling. I'm really looking forward to next year.
Yeah, I did say, I've even got the video somewhere. I was like, next year, 2025 is going to be really, really good, wrestling wise. And for me, it was fucking shit. Like 2025 was one of the worst years for me, wrestling wise. But as a whole, as a group, like it's done well. It's in a good place. And I am with the return of the old format. So if you don't watch the wrestling or you don't know anything that we do, Combat League Wrestling.
If you don't
yeah, you should.
on it.
You really should. Combat League Wrestling was my baby. I came up with a completely unique rule set and a system and a scoring system where the wrestlers are in houses / teams for the year, and they battle for points, and then the final show of the year is the winners are crowned. And we were doing that for, I think we did 2.5 seasons.
I don't know. Obviously, I come in and enjoy
a year was a season. A year was a season. We went to start it. We had essentially, we call it the pilot, but it was the first show of the first season of us doing it. We got it kick-started. The crowd really took to it, and then fucking COVID, so it stopped. So we call that the pilot. But we did 2 full seasons, and then we did half a season. And the reason we went to a traditional wrestling format again was that half season was a nightmare on the booking. Like, everything fell apart. We couldn't keep the houses together. This time we're going into it with more of a mindset ready for that to happen, if it does happen and whatnot. But yeah, so that's coming back next year. So I am excited to bring that back, because as much as I knew it had to change, I missed it because it made us completely unique, and it causes interesting stories. But yeah, I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to training next year because the new hall, I've really enjoyed the new hall.
New hall's good. It's got a really nice atmosphere to it, and I like the size.
Yeah,
I like the size.
We've shifted from Caston Hall, which was great. We were there for about 8 years, and we just needed to get into Thurso. So I live in Thurso, so now having it there,
Convenience.
I mean, it's still a 25 half an hour walk. And kindly you gave me a lift home last night, but I've already walked through a blizzard and a rainstorm.
You should just give me a call, you silly sod.
I've got open though, so as long as I'm there on time. I was late that night though because of the storm, but it's having the fun of being able to just go and not worry about lifts and bothering people.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the lift back though, because I'm sore by that point. But yeah, so we've shifted to the Sea Cadets in Thurso, and it's a lot smaller width-wise. And it's compared to the Catalan one, it's very, very small, but it's better to keep us all together as a group. Heat, it's not that cold.
No.
And nobody can hide.
We don't know what it's like in the summer yet, mind. Might be a bit hot.
Well, that's the joys of having the big, massive fire doors right next to the ring, isn't it?
No.
So it's good. I am looking forward to next year on that front, because I've really, really enjoyed the last. We've been in there 2 months now. Doesn't feel like 2 months.
No.
But yeah, I am looking forward to it as well.
It's going quick.
See, it'll go the other way. We'll go back to starting next year again, and I'll go back to God, this year's fucking taking ages to get through it. Then it'll hit August, and then it'll be too fast again. Same old, same old. So, yeah. Brain's gone dead there, Richard.
Well,
save me.
What's next year? So I'm looking forward to next year from a wrestling point of view, from like training, especially. If it's a bit more like last night again, I like that. I enjoyed.
Are you just like jumping off the top rope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I enjoyed that. That's like
Flying. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm looking forward to developing myself in that sense and putting less on myself. I think
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah, as you said, you seem to know. You're definitely correct in what you've said today. When you're like, you need to like what you need to do. You need to think less, ease up a bit more, let it flow, and
It might be easier said than done though.
nothing worth doing is ever easy.
No, well, I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So yeah, I am also looking forward to it and whatnot. I need to see if we can get the match to happen. I don't know why, but I was just like, you know what, you and Remnant would probably have a good match. And
I want Remnant.
yeah, I think it would be a good match.
He needs a good smacking.
To be fair, Liam needs to smack all of us because it's a running joke, but it's been intensified the last couple of months. But Liam is the poor guy.
He's our crash test dummy.
He's the lightest out of the group. And if you're in a wrestling training group, you know that the lightest guy is the guy that gets everything first. And it is true, isn't it? Like, hey, I got this thing I want to try. Come here, you. And to be fair, Liam's always been the guy. It's like, I'll do it. I'll take this. I'll take that. I don't think we've ever taken advantage of him.
No,
Well, I certainly haven't.
that's boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's but
I'm calling him out though. Remnant. You're a gobby shite. I'll take you.
It's a shame Ewan's no wrestling because I'd batter him for days.
Danger's gutted.
I know.
Because Ewan thinks he can come in. Well, even though.
So
James
Ewan's had so he's our referee at the moment, and he does do attend the training, but he's limited due to a health condition, which is getting better. And Danger is heading to pastures new, although Conor Rose will still be appearing. But he's on to pastures new and was told on his last training session that Ewan might be actually allowed to be getting battered at some point next year. So he's
We're looking
devastated.
forward to battering Ewan.
Oh, there's going to be a fucking queue round the door. There'll be a queue out that hall. I'll be like, you don't train here, do you? No, but I heard that we can kick a shit.
Get it, yeah.
Fucking on you come. No, I'm going to charge. Fiver a kick. I think that's fair. I'd do it for free. But yeah, it's looking good for next year. But well, thank you for coming on again.
I've got, last time we spoke a lot about the Crow.
Yeah,
I've got a Crow phrase for you.
a crow phrase. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Hit me with it.
You still have your hat on?
I know. I'm cold now.
No, you're not.
I just got it.
Yeah, you still have your hat on.
I just got it. I'm still waiting for it. I was like, where's the phrase? You still have your hat on. Yes. Yeah, I was, oh, fucking hell. Jesus. Oh, no. That was terrible. Actually, on that note, because we did mention...
Ah, fuck off.
We
No, I
did.
know what you're saying there
We
now.
did mention.
No.
We spoke about the reboot remake thingy.
Skarsgård.
And you actually finally watched it, and you're not really, you're the same as me. You don't message socially much, but you took the time to message me and go, well, that's fucking 2 hours I'm never getting back in my life.
It angered me.
If you're a purist,
I thought it would. Yeah, but I had to watch it. But I think what really fucked me off with it is that they build it as a remake.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't a fucking remake.
No, it's not. It's his own thing. I said if you had done the same film, right, it would still be very bleh, right? But if you just didn't call the American Shelley, it could have been its own thing.
Yeah,
and it
100%,
wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
I actually think it wouldn't have got as much hate.
No, it definitely wouldn't have got as much hate because, billing it as a remake and then completely fucking changing it,
Now,
other than their names.
It's a bad film. It is bad. It's poorly made. It's a waste of Skarsgård.
100%.
But I still want to get this conversation with you, right? For all its faults.
I know where you're going with this. Like,
No, but for all its faults, right? I like the fact that the damage he takes hurts him. I like that it's not boom, it heals up and he's fine. I thought that added another layer to the suffering of it. Like if you had a really good love story in it and the sacrifice and the heart of it, and then you add that this is actually causing him pain. It's not something you can walk off.
yeah, but it's not true. It's not true to James Abar. It's not true to.
Oh, I don't know No, but because if you've got the book, and
Yeah.
he cuts himself up to hurt because he feels it,
Mm.
and then because he heals straight away, he keeps cutting himself so he can keep the pain coming.
Yeah, but I mean but he heals straight away, and it's
Yes.
all. I don't know.
I just like the fact that it gave it something visually to watch where it looked like it was hurting him. Okay, and then the other aspect I like, because it is actually in another Crow book. Do you know how hard it is to find the other ones? There are more Crow books. It's not Eric. There are other ones, and there's even other artists that have done them. I can't find them anywhere.
No.
I really want to. There's even one. There's a female Crow as well, and I can't find them. They're either they were just like so for something that's such a big thing and it's got a huge fan base. The fact that I can't find these other books is weird. But I also like in the new movie, again, separate it from the Eric Shelley stuff. So if it was his own thing, right? I actually kind of spoilers, by the way, obviously. I like the fact he fails, that he falters, and doubts the person he's trying to avenge, and that causes the deal to retract.
Yeah.
Then I like the visual of it, of that. He was like, right, well, I'll tell you what then, I'll give everything I have. I'll go to hell. And if I get a chance to save her. And then from that point on, his blood was black the whole time. And he was more, the tone had changed in him. He was more demonic in a way. Like there was less of him. His humanity had gone because he's given everything. I like the Faustian deal side of it. It's just a shame that everything else around it is absolutely dog shit.
Yeah.
And I still stand by it. He should have died at the end. We should have seen him get dragged to hell at the end.
Yeah.
And my idea of a perfect shot at the end of that movie should have been him getting dragged down the water. How you saw her the whole time falling thing. He should have been getting dragged, looked up, smiled. Because he knew that she was going to be okay.
Right.
Right? That would have been fine. Not the fucking shitty sequel bait, which was ambitious, to say the least, that you thought that was going to get a sequel with him walking through purgatory.
It's never going to get a sequel.
No. And you know the biggest thing I hate about that film? The biggest thing, I can put up with a lot of shit, but it's the most jarring to me that I can't do any suspension of disbelief. I can't, come at it this way or come at it that way, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's when she wakes up where she died. Like, time has passed. Like, days have passed. I think it's 2 nights.
It's shit. Don't bother watching it. It's fucking shit.
I
Even the bits he thinks are good as shit.
I think it's wasted opportunity. That's my biggest thing. Is I would have loved a completely new Crow film, not with Eric.
Yeah.
I would have liked the aspect of the Faustian thing. I do feel, and just because I like John Wick stuff, I do feel the fight at the end in the opera house is fucking. It's grim. It's brutal.
Yeah, it is.
I liked it, and I like the aspect of like how he puts his swords through himself. But yeah, it's a bad film.
I've watched them now as well.
You watched them all?
I hadn't watched the John Wicks when we had our last
Yes.
podcast.
You did say you watched the first one, you're going on the second one. Yeah. You like?
Oh, I love them, yeah.
They're fucking
great,
good.
yeah.
There's nothing like them.
Yeah.
They're like all the Arnie action films of the 90s on fucking crack. They're so good. How do you feel about how it ends?
Which bit?
Well, 4.
So I don't know if I know what you're talking about. I don't know if
Right.
I have seen the fourth
Right,
one.
fourth one has got a huge fight scene where he keeps falling down stairs.
Oh, I don't know if I did watch that.
Right, you need to watch 4 then, because you've not finished it.
Because honestly, I thought there was 3.
No, it's 4.
Oh.
Right, so you need to watch 4 now.
Okay.
Okay, you need to watch 4. It's got some brilliant set pieces in it. Really good.
I wonder, is it not on... I wonder if it's not on streaming at the minute then.
Might not be.
That might be why I've not watched it, if it's not on any streaming.
You need to watch 4. I'll tell you what I did watch only last week. Watch Ballerina.
What's that?
You don't know that either. It's a spin-off of John Wick.
Oh, no, I don't know.
So, you know the Russians?
Yeah.
The family that he's from, the guild or whatever.
Yeah.
And the ballerinas, you saw them getting trained.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Okay.
It's story-wise utter dog shit. Like, it's bad. It didn't do well commercially, but see the fights and stuff. Oh, top tier.
Is it?
Top tier. Just a shame there's not enough of a story.
Okay.
Good for what? Like, I'd go back and watch all the John Wicks again and again and again, Ballerina I'd watch once or maybe twice with years in between. But
No, I'd never even heard of it.
but again, it's worth watching. John's in it. He is in it. It's like a cameo thing, but again, it's worth it. Thank you, Keanu Reeves, for your service, because that man has given God knows how much of his body for that films. Like, do you know he's limp in the movies? How it's like consistent because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be over like a couple of nights. That's a real limp.
Oh,
He's fucked his knee.
all right. Okay.
He was the moment he finished John Wick 4, it was like knee surgery. Come on now, got his knee replaced and everything.
All right.
And everyone's like, "You ever going to do any more?" He's like, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." I'm like, I think you've done enough, sir. You've done enough. Considering that when John Wick 1 came out, it was like, it wasn't a big release. It wasn't a big deal. It was a small indie film. It was like, I walked past fucking when Tesco's had a DVD bit, and I was like, fuck me, Keanu Reeves, where's he been? It's been a fucking while. Where's he been? I was like, oh. And then I heard buzz on the internet going, have you seen fucking John Wick yet? So I picked it up for like a $5. I just remember watching it and like, not the fucking dog, man. No, I thought this was an action film, and it fucking tears your soul out that first bit, doesn't it? And then you see him start digging up the guns at the floor, and you're like, oh,
Shit's getting real.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
So,
The first one in particular, I really enjoyed.
yeah, my favorite is 3. I don't know, couldn't tell you why, but I think 3 has visually my favorite. Like that final fight in the mirrored room at the top, the visuals of it are just amazing. Plus, oh god, I can never say his name right. Mark Dra, is it Dra or Da? Mark Draskakos?
Mark Dacascos. He
Dacascos.
played
He played the Corona TV series. Yeah, which not a lot of people know about, but I've seen Mark Dacascos in loads of things. I watched loads of his movies because he was in shit action movies, but that was like my jam when I was a teenager. So to see him face off against John Wick, and it's a fucking banger of a fight. That'll be you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not a call or nothing. That's my automatic Christmas tree lights going off.
Automatic Christmas tree lights. Ooh. But yeah, to see him fighting, and it's such a good fight. It's so good. You know how it's 3 that fight John at the end of that? He's got the 2 lackeys. One of them is a character called Mad Dog. Have you ever seen The Raid?
Don't know.
Right. Oh god, I can't remember. It's not Polynesian. Is it Polynesian? Basically, it's an old action film. It's in subtitles. It's about cops, SWAT team that go into a criminal building and they're stuck in it and they've got to fight their way up, right?
Okay.
It is brilliant. You'll like it. If you like John Wick, you'll fucking love this movie. It was way ahead of its time. Loads of films have copied it since. The end fight, or the boss fight, right? One of the best fights ever choreographed. And it's a 2-on-1, it's 2 good guys against 1 bad guy. It's amazing. And it's that little scrawny dude is the final boss in it.
Okay.
He is deadly in real life. He actually trains their tactical police force in that martial art.
Right.
And he wasn't an actor. They brought him on for it. And then when he was teaching them, they were like, we've got to put him in the fucking movie. And he's so vicious. A skinny little dude. And he's so fucking evil and just badass. So the fact that I got a double there, that's probably why I like it as well, because Mad Dog and Mark was fighting John Wick. I think I just like the whole start bit as well with the motorcycles, the fight in the antique shop.
Yeah.
I can pick all the bits out of that one. But aye, so you're on the John Wick train. That's
we're on there.
Watch the John Wick movies. They're brilliant. If you want a good popcorn films, they're excellent. Ballerina is worth a watch. Never watched the TV show Continental.
No.
I think it's about Winston, when he's younger and he comes up in it. I'm not overly interested in it because I think it's more of a drama. I don't want drama. I want to see people kick ass. I want to see explosions, gunfights. What a good popcorn movie. Just turn my brain off. But yeah, I think we'll wind up there. But thank you again for coming through. Again, I feel like I have learned more about you. Again, new things. For better or for worse.
There's a lot there. Yeah.
And again, I enjoy having conversations with you because I find it good when more stuff comes out. You've led quite an interesting life. You've got a lot of interesting things. I mean, you might not think you're interesting, but that's your compliment for the day. You're an interesting kind of fellow there.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah. That's all you're getting from me. That's all you're getting from me.
I like all the things that I've done because they've led me to now.
Oh, yep. Oh, do you know what that reminds me of? You know the actor Christoph Waltz.
Yeah.
So there's a online show. I've seen clips of it. I've never watched it. It's not almost like a podcast format, but it's like your final meal. Sounds morbid as fuck.
Okay.
So it's a young guy, and he interviews him like, what would be your final meal? And they're eating it. Who would be at your final dinner thingy and whatnot? And his one is so intelligent. Like he's a cool guy, but he's so intelligent. And the things and foods he chooses and the reasons why are fascinating. But they ask him at the end, they go, what's your final words? He's like, what? He's like, what would be your final words? And just he goes, and quick as anything, looks into the camera and goes, I shall miss myself. And it's I can't explain it. It's so endearing, you know? And then you just kind of get what he's all about. But yeah, so I shall miss myself too.
Good. They should.
But again, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And on to next year where we kick the shit at each other for a little bit more. I'm pretty sure we're going to cross paths again and on the shows. I'm sure that's going to happen.
I should imagine so.
Well, if it's the houses, it's got to even out. So we're going to get some whoppings in there at some point. So yeah, if you've watched this and enjoyed it, thank you. Go check out the other podcasts. I've got other wee videos and things. I do video game reviews on the odd occasion now. I was doing gaming news, but I cannot keep up. I have not got the time. I've barely got time to do my normal wee Let's Talk About Meh videos these days. But go check them out. I'm on Instagram at Let's Talk About Meh. I'm on Instagram at Let's Talk About Meh 1. I'm on TikTok at Let's Talk About Meh 6. Do the YouTube bullshit. Like, subscribe, follow. If you like what I do, for the love of God, fucking share me, because I cannot get out of my wee bubble. I can't. No matter how hard I try, I'm just not popular enough. People say it's because my content's shit, and I'm like, what?
Who said that?
Fucking
That's
what?
not fair.
Everybody says that. But it's fine. I do it for the lols.
That's what it's all about, bud.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, and Happy New Year. Good Christmas.
And to you.
Oh, I'm going to see you next week, though, aren't I?
You are.
Yes, okay. Well, I'll say it again to you then. You lot can have a shit Christmas and New Year, because I don't give a fuck. Peace. Baby brain. Baby brain. Oh my butt. Oh my butt. Oh my butt.